everybody, it's Jammin' Johnny here. I just wanted to invite you guys to join me for an exciting blues series. I'm going to teach the blues in the key of E. Now I've broken down, we have several different lessons here for the guitar. I have a beginner series and an advanced series. And for both series you're going to learn to play chords for the blues in E and a melody as well. So if you're at the beginner level, go ahead and do the beginner series. If you're the advanced level, you can start on the advanced series, but it's also good to learn the beginner series and you can just play it with a little more speed or, you know, add a little riff here and there. So it's good to use all these different riffs. The idea is that if anyone says, hey man, let's play the blues in E, you can say, alright, here we go, and just play any riff out of the different series to add into it. The advanced series has some solos. I've also put together a piano series so we can play it on different instruments and we can all jam together. Everything is designed to fit perfectly together, so if two students learn this song and they never play with each other before, they should be able to get together and just play the song like they've been jamming together for a while on it. Alright, so the first lesson is going to be on the beginner series. We're going to just do the chords. So join me for the chords on the beginner series. We're going to start with the E chord, and I have these tabs available to print off on my website, lessonlayer.com. Just follow the link below the YouTube video. And so let's print those tabs off and get them in front of us. Alright, now you're going to look at the E chord here. If you don't already know it, it's going to be just like this. The E chord is going to look like this. You're going to have your middle finger here on the A string. Okay, ring finger is going to go on the D string, and then your pointer finger is going to go right here on the G string, first fret. Okay, and then you can play all the strings. So there's your E chord. Now check out the strum pattern. It's going to go like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and... Okay. Now notice my hand goes back and forth. Steady beats back and forth. What happens is when we have that gap, that space, I just won't strum on the way up. So 1 and 2 and... That's how you keep the steady beat throughout the song. Alright, so first get the E chord down good. So you're going to do that 8 times. 1 and 2, 3. Start with the E chord, and we're going to play it along with me. So we'll both start at the same time, and we'll play it through 8 times. Are you ready? 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The next part here is going to be the A chord. The A chord, as you can see by your diagram, you're going to switch like this to where your pointer finger is on the D string 2nd fret, and then scoot it over here towards this side so you can cram the other fingers on next string 2nd fret, next string 2nd fret. So D, G, and B strings. Alright? And then you're going to want to let your open E ring out. A lot of times when you're learning the A chord, this is going to be hit by one of your fingers here. So it could be your ring finger that's accidentally touching that string, that small string. So practice trying to play one at a time. So if you hear something's muted, push down harder, get towards the middle of the fret. All of them sound good. You don't want to strum the big string. So once you get the A chord down, practice using that strum pattern. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay? So you'll do that 4 times with the A. So 1, 2, 3, notice the next part is going to be back to the E, so you'll switch back to your E for 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now practice going back and forth from the E to the A until you can get it down without missing a beat. Okay, so first, just practice going from E to A with 1 strum each. So go E, probably spend an hour doing this if it's your first time, so just work on it as hard as you can until your fingers are killing you, and then work on it some more. And then once you get it down, practice doing the strum patterns from E to A and then back to E. Okay, and then try and play it along with me here in this next part. So the A chord is going to go for 4 times. You'll see right below the E. So let's play that one together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to E. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So once you get good at switching between E and A and then back to E, it'll be time to move on to the B chord. So go ahead and pause it, practice this a few times if you don't already have it down. And you can play it with me together if you want. We'll go through it from the beginning, so it'll be E 8 times, A 4 times, and then E 4 times. Alright, are you ready? On the E chord. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, ready to move on to the B chord. There's a few different ways to play the B chord, and you'll notice down here at the bottom of the tabs I have a few of the harder versions. So we have the bar chord version of the B and the bar chord version of the A chord. That's if you're a little more advanced. Okay, so if you're just in the beginner level and you want to play along with the blues, an easier way to play the B chord is to just take your A on the 2nd fret here, and you can slide that up 2 frets. So when you slide it up, these notes go from A to A sharp and then to B. So on the top of the page there on the right, you'll see where it shows you the easy version of the B chord. It's just like the A right there, only you'll slide it up 2 frets. 1, 2, okay? So that's your B chord. 4th fret, it's going to be the D, G, and B string, okay? And you're going to want to play those strings only, nothing else. Only those 3 strings you're pressing down on. So those 3. So that's going to be the challenge, I think, with the B chord, getting it down. The fret's a little bit smaller, so it's a little harder to play than the A chord there. And then strumming. Okay, so then you got to strum back and forth. Okay, now practice the strum pattern. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and... Okay, now what you want to do is practice going from the B back to the A, so sliding that 2 frets down. This time you're playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strings. So it's a bit of a fuller sounding chord, so you'll go from B to A. Practice back to B, A. The same thing as you did before, just practice the transition. When you're ready, let's practice together. We'll go B 2 times, A 2 times, and then we're just going to go back and forth. And really, when you're practicing this on your own, you're going to want to just go back and forth over and over again until you get this really good. Okay, so I'll just do it 2 times through with you. 1, 2, ready, on B. 1, 2, A. 1, 2. Back to B. 1, 2, A. 2. Okay? That's going to be the idea. Now, if you've practiced that, you're ready to try the last section. It's going to be the E chord again, 3 times through, and then you're going to switch to the B chord for 1 time. So this is another fast change that will take you a little bit of time to practice. Now we're going to go back to the E, see how it goes to E for 3 times. So you know the E already, let's do that 3 times. Now for the 4th time, we've got to go back to the B. So this one's another tricky transition from the E chord back up to the B for 1 time. And then from the B, you're going to go back to the E because it starts over again, right? So back to the E. So another transition practice for you. You go E, E, practice that a few times, and then you can add the strum pattern. So we'll try it from E 3 times, B once, and then back to E. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you get good at that, you'll be ready to play along with me on the next part. Now when you're ready to play it with me, let's go to this part. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is back to the beginning. So let's take some time now to practice the whole song through, and when you're ready, we'll play it all together. Now we're going to go through the whole song, and you're going to play it with me. So on the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, Nice job. So work on that till you get it, and then check out the next lesson, which will show you a nice little beginner melody.